This is the story of Dr. Melchor T. Villanueva and Lourdes Estrella Delicano Pecson Villanueva, who would later give birth to what will later be a famous and respected institution in the Bicol region. The journey marked by the hardships and sacrifices it took to build dreams came with faith and devotion together. Dr. Melchor T. Villanueva was born on January 6, 1907 in Malabon, Rizal. His parents were Leon Villanueva, a diligent bodeguero cargador in a pharmacy, and Maria Isabel Trinidad, a strict yet a loving, caring mother and a housewife who was also a widow with 3 children, Maxima, Felix, and Anastasia, who later had 3 more children with Leon, namely Melchor, Eugenia, and Francisco.
Poverty wouldn't last forever if you pursue education.
Despite being surrounded by love and happiness in his family, his life was marked by challenges. His passion for music emerged at a young age, sparked by a small, affordable violin given by his godfather. Without access to formal music lessons due to financial constraints, yet he still showed remarkable determination, walking 4 kilometers to meet his teacher and paying 50 cents per session. Music became a source of purpose, but life took unexpected turns, shaping his journey. Lourdes Estrella D. Pecson was born on October 7, 1908 in Calasiao, Pangasinan to Oria Delicano and Don Jose Pecson, a respected family and their community, as Don Jose served as municipal mayor for 3 terms and as an assemblyman of the Second Philippine Assembly. Lourdes was the second child and only daughter among their 6 siblings, named as Juan the eldest, followed by Lourdes, Rodolfo, Adalberto, and Arthur the youngest. Her childhood was filled with joy thanks to her kind nature and obedience, which earned her many friends and fond memories.
Education is the greatest gift that you could give to others.
Kindness is more valuable than material things. Always carry it with you.
Simple, pure, and gentle. Just like what God tells me, I should always be.
Indeed, kindness and humility will make you bloom brighter than anything.
I'll carry that in my heart, Mom.
Tragedy hit in 1913 when the Villanueva family's home was ravaged by fire, leaving them with nothing.
Mom, what will happen to us?
You should survive, son, but you must be strong.
Forced to relocate, they moved to Leon's Barrio in Niyugan, Malabon, an impoverished neighborhood that would become their new reality. The violin was set aside. There was no time for music. Each day, Melchor gets up early to help his mother sell tomatoes, fish, and meat in the Malabon market. Despite struggling with disappointment and sacrifices at a young age, Dr. Melchor's challenging experiences takes his dreams. Unlike many, his aspirations weren't centered on wealth but on creating a better life through education and service. Initially, he aspired to join the Philippine Military Academy to serve his country with honor. However, his mother wanted him in becoming a lawyer to help the poor and fight for justice. During his second year in high school, another tragedy happened that caused him to lose hope in pursuing his dreams. His mother died from illness, making him express his thoughts about his decisions in pursuing his dreams.
Mom! 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 If Mom was here, she'll encourage me to keep studying. I shouldn't give up.
He spent his first day of high school at Pasig High School. With resilience and courage, Lola Mel had planned to transfer and continue at Philippine Normal School to pursue his dreams while working as a barber in downtown Manila and as a farmhand in Malabon during weekends. In 1920, Melchor had finally graduated at Malabon Elementary School.
Congratulations, Melchor. You have graduated with 5 colors.
Thank you, Mom. This is just the beginning of my path towards my dreams.
Meanwhile, Lourdes graduated at both Calasiao Elementary School and Calasiao High School respectively. The Pecson family decided to move to Manila where the children could continue their studies and bought a 2-story Spanish-style house in Pasay and later built an apartment as their business for the children's source of finances in education and in living. With diligence in reading and studying, she also enjoyed her youth by hanging out with friends and was fond of taking care of pets, dogs, and cats and planting as both of her and her mother Aria's favorite hobby. Evidently because of the planted flowering plants decorated on their house yard, making white lily as Lourdes' favorite flower, mirrored by the purity of her heart. As they moved in Manila, Lourdes pursued her dream of becoming a teacher at the Philippine Normal School.
Brad, one day, I'll teach children whose lessons you once taught me. And they remember you, not only for your knowledge, but for your religion.
In 1926, Lola Mel graduated at the age of 19. Meanwhile, Lola Lourdes took elementary education as her course at the Philippine Normal School.
Good morning, class. Today we will be discussing reading and writing.
Sir, it is true that you graduated from Philippine Normal School at the age of 19.
Yes, and now that I am your teacher, let's learn something together.
In 1928, after 2 years, Lola Mel transferred to San Rafael Elementary School in Pasay and resigned from teaching to work as a magazine agent and writer of the Philippine Education magazine.
Yes, come in.
Sir, it's true that you are resigning.
Sir, I love teaching, but resigning could help me to reach my bigger dreams.
It's sad to lose a good teacher like you, Melchor. Good luck to your journey.
Faith has a gentle way of crafting unforgettable stories. In the library at the Philippine Normal School, Lourdes met a young man named Melchor, who would later be her husband and partner until their last breath.
Ikaw at ako pinagtagpo, nag-usap ang ating puso, nagkasundong magsama habang buhay Nagsumpaan sa may kapal, walang iwanan, taginit o tagulan, haharapin bawat unos na daan.
Can we borrow this book?
Yeah, feel.
Sana'y di magmaliw ang pagtingin, kay daling sabihin, kay hirap gawin sa mundong walang katiyakan. Sabay nating gawin kahapon ng bukas.
To the one who inspires me at work, Melchor.
From hiding letters, their story has come to start bigger. After Melchor's perseverance to win Lourdes and her family's heart and trust, December 27, 1930, at 6 o'clock a.m. at the Pasay Church, begins the journey not just as husband and wife, but as a dreamer that will leave long-lasting legacy in their names.
Sumasandali, bawat hangat.
Are you ready, Lourdes?
As always, Dad.
Sa pangambay, di paaalis.
Uy, Melchor, you're turning pale.
It's my first time.
Woo, you get to be kidding me.
Ako tayo, magpakailanman. Kung minsan ay di ko nababanggit, pag-ibig
She's
ko'y
yours.
di
Now, take care of her. With all my life, sir.
lambing. At kung magkamali akong ika'y
Melchor, do you take Lourdes as your lovely wedded wife, to live together in God, holy state and matrimony? Will you love, comfort, honor, and keep her in a sickness and health, and forsaking and all others? Be faithful to her if you shall live.
I do, Father.
You, Lourdes, do you accept Melchor as your lovely wedded husband in good and bad, in sorrow and joy, in sickness and health? And will you love him for the rest
di
of
ko
your life?
alam ang gagawin
May now
kung mawala ka. Buhay ko'y may kahulugan tuwing ako'y iyong hagkan. Umabot man sa ating huling
This is the beginning of our marriage life.
This will last forever.
I pronounce you a husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride.
Ngayon at kailanman, ikaw at ako.
Lourdes, I finally thought and realized of pursuing what I have started.
Think about that wholeheartedly and prepare for your journey.
I determined to do this for our future family and legacy.
I will always be here for you.
In 1937, Melchor continued his master's degree at University of the Philippines, while Lola Lourdes, on the other hand, was tasked to improve the school they had built in Naga City. Lola Mel accepted teaching assignments at Camarines International High School, then later became the principal and taught at the three universities, namely Ateneo de Naga, Colegio de Santa Isabel, and Southern Luzon College. He then pursued his doctorate degree in United States of America's two universities such as the Missouri State University and University of Iowa respectively. In 1939, another milestone of Melchor Villanueva was earned, his degree of Doctor of Education at the University of the Philippines, and his once dream of entering the Philippine Military Academy remained in his heart, pursuing education and neglecting his mother's choice.
I did it. I have my degree of
Doctors of Education.
I know you'll make it, Mentor. You've worked so hard for this moment.
You know, I once dreamed enrolling in the Philippine Military Academy. And
yet, you choose education. And now, look how far you've become.
Their love story tested them when the World War II came and started. Melchor had to serve as a lieutenant under Colonel Agustin Marquez's Filipino-American troops in the guerrilla movement.
I will fight for my family, friends, and our country.
After he was awarded the Presidential Gold Medal Award for his heroism and courage. His service proved that his strength was not only in classroom, but also for the sake of the nation. After war, Dr. Melchor T. Villanueva became the conductor of the Philippine Normal College Orchestra. After years of hard work, studying, and service to the country, Melchor and Lourdes were ready to build their greatest dream institution that would shape the future of education in Naga City, providing quality service and affordable education to students and to the community. In 1947, Melchor founded Naga Teachers College, which would later become Naga College Incorporated, leaving a lasting legacy of his hard work in education. Spending fortune at Peñafrancia Avenue in Naga City in a rented villa known as the Villafrancia Building.
This school is a beacon of knowledge in Naga City of the Bicol region.
I will take care of it, just as I care for our family.
Lourdes managed the school alone, serving as the registrar, finance officer, a teacher, and a mother of their 8 children.
Study well, the school is well for you and more than expectation.
By 1953, as the school grew bigger, Lola Lourdes took on even more responsibility, managing the administrative tasks that kept Naga College Incorporated running smoothly, while Lola Mel is achieving his goals that would make his legacy even more better and achieve more opportunities.
We need to organize enrollment is necessary.
Every child is an opportunity towards improving the facility.
Together, they raised their 8 children. Roland, Rizal, Melchor Jr., Carlo, Emerita, Benjamin, Albert, and Fortuno, who would later be the next president of their established institution. Guided by plenty of students, instructors, and expanded course offers, had turned into a respected institution. Their lives became a testimony that great success is built on faith, perseverance, courage, determination, dedication, and unconditional love for each other.
Sana'y di magmaliw ang pagtingin, kay daling sabihin, kay hirap gawin, sa mundong walang katiyakan. Sabay natin gawin kahapon na bukas.
On April 27, 1989, the heartbreaking news about Lourdes Estrella Pecson Villanueva passed away. She left behind a legacy of kindness, strength, and devotion, not only as a wife and mother, but as a teacher and co-founder of the Naga College Foundation.
Tayong dalawa ay kanya-kanya sa isa't isa. Tayo ay sumasandal.
Years later, on June 13, 2000, Dr. Melchor Villanueva followed at the age of 93. He left behind not only a family, but also an institution that stood as a beacon of education and service.
Ako tayo.
The seeds they planted together continue to bear fruit in every student of the Naga College Foundation, an enduring monument of their love and sacrifice.
Ng anumang lambing at kung magkamali akong ika'y saktan, puso mo ba'y
Thank you, Lourdes and Lola Lourdes.
magpatawa?
Dukan mo.
Ganun.
Uy!